presents our Women's Month event with rebooting Wall Street and rebooting Wall Street, a conversation and tribute. We talk about book we have some guys to listen to music as we start getting things going. So join us. Please come into the room. We are so looking forward to your participation. If anyone would like to contribute, please text in suggestions of what you would like. We'll be back shortly. Everyone come on in. A little nice. I'm thinking about the little platform. That means. Are we ready? Does everyone know what they would like to share today?
You said just share what we think our purpose is, or what we know our purpose is, and what it is we teach or do.
Yeah, you want to actually teach today. Everyone gets to teach something, a small portion of what it is that you currently are offering. Because what happens is each person has something to teach someone else. They have value for someone else, or someone else has a value that lies in you, you know? And what we want to do is we want to start coming to the point where you can actually just say, hey, this is something you might not have known. This is how Black Wall Street really was built, because they had apprentices, they had teachers, they taught, they had a college, you know, they have learning programs for the community. They could not have been as successful without having high level of skilled people. And how do we get that?
By sharing knowledge.
There you go.
But can I go third or fourth?
Don't worry, Miss Shelby, you good.
My anxiety just skyrocketed for a second.
Okay, you put your anxiety in the seat on the corner and tell it to come back later. You got things to do. Okay.
Yep, I'm putting my train workers to work, so I'll be
All
back
right.
momentarily.
So who would like to be the first one to share?
Sister Chocolate, welcome to the room.
Yes. Hey, Sister Chocolate. How you doing?
Greetings, everyone. How are y'all?
I love my golden peoples. Okay, so today we are sharing one skill, something that we are skilled at. Doesn't have to be a large subject, but one thing that you're good at teaching. We get to teach one thing from what we do in life to the people watching, either at home or on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever they're viewing from. We get to give the community a part of our skills and pass that on, so that we can literally, we're in a conversation for rebooting Wall Street, and we want to see what that's like. You know how we are about getting to the work of it, doing it.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
So I ain't going first. I'm letting y'all know I always go first. Somebody jump in there.
It's like we're playing virtual improv.
Well, you know, if no one else wants it, I'll just go first. I don't mind.
But okay, just to keep in mind,
what are the rules?
Something you teach. This is not like last time when we were doing the virtual improv. We are actually going to be.
Yeah, I'm not acting like I'm someone else. I'm just virtually
improving
my physical world.
Exactly. Okay, so let's do it. I'm going to ask everyone while the person is teaching to make sure you mute your mic. I'm getting ready to set up the screen, and you can close out your cameras and they'll be on spotlight for everyone. Mr. Thomas, there you go. And you are all a go.
All right, how's everybody doing today? You know, I'm Alvin Thomas, otherwise known as the Gold Banker, coming to you live 1 gram at a time. And every Saturday morning, I teach a basic crypto course. And when I say basic crypto course, I mean from the aspect of actually being a trader and learning the basics of trading, so you can acquire your coins or your tokens, and actually put yourself in a position to gain assets. And you gain assets, you can trade assets. I also teach you how to make passive income in the space of crypto, where you can actually take advantage of leveraging some of the information that you receive on Saturday morning, such as the ability to look at what staking is, what yield farming is available to you. Also, what pooling is, pooling of funds, working with other individuals to create assets. Saturday morning, we do this every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock in the morning on the P2G network. And my goal for everybody who comes to the class is not only just to see, not so much to be a trader, but to understand how they can make their money work for them. Because you shouldn't have to work for every dime that you make. You know, we have a saying that, you know, 10% of all you earn goes to you. And if that 10% you take and put it to use for you so it grows, that's my goal in the Saturday morning trading class. So you can take that 10% every week and make it grow for you. Whether you decide to trade it, whether you try to pool it, stake it, or even look at, a way to put it together to do some passive earning for you if you're not a trader in the front, So, if you have any questions about trading, by all means, join me Saturday morning. You can come right to the P2G Network's website, click P2G Trading for Saturday morning, and you can join me on the class. And for those of you who want special training, that will be coming the first week of April. I will actually have a full blown out class where you can actually get the beginnings of what cryptocurrency is and all the way up to taking trades and actually making profit in the same day. Like I said, I'm Alvin Thomas, otherwise known as the Gold Banker. And thank you for the moment to be in the space. And I hope, you got something from the information. If you have any questions, by all means.
Mr. Thomas, I'm going to ask a question.
Go ahead, by all means.
So how do you trade? How do you trade? I mean, what's the difference between trading and just acquiring an asset? What's the difference?
Okay, cool. Good question. Now you have to understand trading and acquiring an asset is simply put, you can actually go to anywhere you want to acquire the asset. You can go to an exchange, you can go to a broker, or you can do it peer-to-peer. A friend, you can buy cryptocurrency from a friend if you choose to. Now, when you're on a trading platform, it gives you a few more options. You can actually acquire it and hold it on the exchange. You can actually take it and trade between different cryptocurrencies, or what's called a decentralized exchange or a DEX, and trade between different platforms, currencies. And you can also, like I was sharing with you, you can stake and pool on different exchanges.
You said stake and pool. What is that?
Staking is a way of actually generating passive income by participating in the coin's growth and liquidity process. And that's something you get later on. That's a little bit more to explain. And pooling is when you're part of a group and you actually take part and raise the use case of a coin by holding it and allowing it to move in and out more frequently and faster and increasing the trading ability.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Do you make money?
I hope that wasn't too technical.
Do you make money with those?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
All righty. So I want to say thank you so much for being in the spotlight. You got to put them on the hot seat, y'all. Put them on the hot seat. And we want to just say that I'll definitely be catching your class. I gotta be honest, this is my husband and I don't always go to his class because I'm also doing classes. But I know that as of recently, I've been very interested in some of the work he's been doing. And I'm excited because I always learn something new. I'm getting all this stuff from the sidebar, I don't get to get in the class because I'm usually doing
in the seat.
But I'm literally on the sidebar. So it's now time for me to like come into the room. I want to see, what that active trading looks like. His class is phenomenal and they're always on 10 in there. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's exciting Saturday mornings. And I'm not the cause of it. Okay. I want to say thank you so much. I'm gonna get you off the hot seat. I promise. Who would like to go next? Miss Chocolate, would you like to go next?
Right. Greetings. Yes, that Saturday trading class, it gets you in the mindset of a trader, gets you going, thinking, and moving some money around.
That was going.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
On a
Saturday. Right. Exactly. I enjoy it when I can make it. Yes, but yes, indeed. Again, I am Chocolate Gold. I'm not really a one subject type of teacher. I actually teach multiple subjects. Here for P2G, I've been teaching the children about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology and getting them introduced to NFT gaming and learning how to work these assets and build them within games. So that's what I've been doing here at P2G. I also tutor for math and reading and writing and whatnot as well. And I'm building a homeschooling ecosystem. The reason why I decided to do this and teach a broad range of things is because I teach my son at home. I'm a homeschooler. And so I noticed that there's not as many resources out there for homeschoolers, not just academic resources, but also social resources. And so this is something that I'm putting together now and getting ones to come on board with to teach the things that they're good at and whatnot and help the children in tutoring.
Really? See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm really excited because you touch on so much. I mean, really. Let me just try this one for y'all. One, she's a phenomenal teacher, period. She's very patient with people. She's thoughtful, and she helps you to really think past what you're currently seeing. And that's I've experienced that, just being in classes with her and watching her. And that's actually kind of being a student of hers as well, because I watch what Miss Chocolate does. She teaches us how to deal with each other in a learning environment. And I don't think she even becomes aware of how many people are watching her, because it's something that we get. It's a treat. It is a real treat when you have someone who is as amazing as educator as she is. And I'm like, when you see her with her kids, and I'm gonna tell you this is important. Parents with their children are just phenomenal. And I know that this platform is crazy amazing, because the teachers on this platform have children. And they're on camera with them half the time. And kids don't know and they don't care about anything but mom or dad and what I want. And it has been an amazing and exciting experience just watching these kids grow up and, oh my God, be reared in such an amazingly loving way. I'm like just calm and peace, no matter what. And they're just like unbothered. And I'm like, oh my goodness. This is beautiful.
Yes, indeed.
Your babies are our babies, and it's that they're watching you do for others what you do with them, and it is amazing. And when I say the lessons, teaching what you know to others so that passes on, and it does continue on, is what our platform has always been about. So the lesson here is to teach forward, always, and I'm loving it. It's just what you embodied since day one. I'm excited.
Yes, thank you. And yes, I let people know this is a family business. My children are always going to be present. So yes.
Right. And that's what we like when people go, excuse me, my kid's in the background. What we tell them?
That's all right. That's all right, because what you're doing is you're teaching them. By the time my son gets to be a teenager, he'll already understand the flow of business. He'll already understand how to build ecosystems and networks. He'll already understand how to manage his assets and his time and different things. So, it's a good thing to have the children in the space so that they can learn from you, because they learn best by watching what you do instead of what you tell them all the time.
Exactly. And that's the truth. Children do not learn half as much from what you say as to what you do. And they're always watching. They've been
You give the kids a special kind of education when you homeschool them. It's a whole different kind of education.
It really is.
You get to pick the education that they receive.
Exactly.
Trust me, your son's gonna get a brand new kind of math. I love it.
Yeah.
And your daughter. I'm sorry, I can't leave her out, the little princess.
This is the platform. It's about family growth. And when we talked about Black Wall Street, the kids, you have to have that. It's the generational wealth, and it's the wealth of knowledge, not just the wealth of finance. And as a matter of fact, it's more the wealth of knowledge than it is the wealth of finance. One leads to the other. can't be stable without that wealth of knowledge. And what we've been bringing is who we are, what we do. And I'm just loving it. I want to thank you, Miss Chocolate, for bringing that to the bringing who and what you are about. And this lesson of, literally that loving education. I mean, really, patience, commitment. I'm
Yes.
like, seriously, commitment. Share yoga.
Thank you, thank you, and thank you for having me.
Awesome. Oh no, don't go nowhere because we bringing you back. Bringing you back. All right. So let me get on here. And Miss Shelby, are you ready?
Yep.
I hope so.
Okay, so I'm Shelby Gold Empress from Oklahoma. And well, I'm more on the personal development side of it, I guess you would say. I help people with something that I actually have almost stopped my struggle with, as far as like self-confidence and your self-esteem and just believing in yourself, so basically I just help people with healing with their mental health and stuff like that. I don't know, I just teach people to spread love and even laugh no matter how dark things may be, because sometimes, some people have to be the only light in the dark, or else the other people can't come to the light. So I just help people with that and make everyone laugh.
I like it. Health, physical and mental health through laughter. So important. And so important to understand things like, really being able to deal with our mental health. By the way, who has got no mental health issues? Never have, never will.
God.
About the only one that probably do.
My God.
The one above, and unless you're 6 feet under, you have no mental health issues.
There you go.
6 feet under, you got none.
So one of the factors is acknowledging it and being able to help others to acknowledge what that is, that it exists. In building a community, we have to be mindful of the whole person. And we need people to remind us sometimes that there are other things going on. While we educate and elevate and help people to finance their lifestyles, we have to remember that they're human beings having human being experiences. No matter how enlightened you might be, life still happens, and you have to be able to acknowledge that it's happening to you. It happens to me all the time. People go, why do you smile all the time? It's like, because sometimes I need to make myself feel better. I can't depend on everybody else for it. And the weirdest thing is, it makes others feel better as well. And that's something that you've always given us. Not just a smile, like it's something external, but you've given of yourself. A lot of times you worry about over talking or doing a lot of things. And sometimes we are like getting into time, but I know that when people have something to say, it's important to them that they share it. And you've shared so much about your amazing life. And when I say amazing, I am not freaking joking, people. This young lady has had an amazing life. As all of us have our experiences, the strength comes from how we get through it, and she shares. And I believe we've run into some of your family, friends, and people along the way, as we always do. And people, think about it. We're all together in conversations on these technologies. We can't block out our lives. You can't block out your lives. Is someone at your house? I can probably tell you have a friend or a family member with you currently.
Yeah, but they're not gonna get on the camera.
Okay.
Sorry, I was telling them, I said she's making me cry on the video, and she knows I'm already nervous about it.
What happens is that's who she is, though. And tell them we acknowledge that they're there, though. They don't have to be on camera. We welcome them. Okay? Because that's who she is. She brings the people of her life to the people of her life.
He said hello.
Hello, lovey.
But the other thing I was saying was I'm actually been working on a, I guess, blueprint or something of the sorts that I haven't even told y'all about yet because of situations I was dealing with my a friend of mine who actually she's still here, thankfully, but we lost her for a few minutes. And yeah, so what I'm doing is we have a lot of people who do drugs here and overdose a lot in Oklahoma. We just had a big case with the Supreme Court of them suing the state because they were giving too much opiates, and it was a really bad opiate pandemic here. I mean, and so I've lost a lot of friends with that. And so what I'm gonna do is just create a space where, you know, you're every day you're a recovering, if you're an addict, you're always an addict, whatever it may be, even if it's not drugs. So I want to create a space where recovering addicts can help support other recovering addicts, like and then also on top of that, as you know, I just finished rebuilding my house pretty much, well, my kitchen and stuff. So I was gonna, for the whole metaverse thing, I was thinking, and I work on a cattle farm, but I was thinking I was gonna create like how-to videos, but have my virtual twin doing the like putting up sheetrock and laying grout, or like just the different things I've learned by having to rebuild after the house fire.
I love it.
Also, instead of selling the cattle, since they can't physically buy the cow, maybe just as me and the farmer, well, he broke 4 ribs, so he's not going to be doing anything for a little bit, even though he's still trying. Yeah, he's still trying to do it even with his 4 broke ribs. But anyways, maybe just create some videos to where, since he is getting so old, he could make money off of us doing it once or twice, creating a video where our virtual twins can teach, you know, new farmers how to start their farm from even just having 1 bull and 1 heifer. Or
okay, come on, somebody. All right, now that's a process.
Interesting.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So
I have been doing some
that.
stuff, even though I
like that.
disappeared. I get nervous.
Just keep in mind, and she's speaking about the metaverse in a way that, I mean, just really makes me feel really proud of you, because it means you got the last class. You really got something from the last class, and it was talking about creating virtual twins.
Yeah, and I was always so confused about metaverse. I'm like, how can you own something if you don't really own it? Like that makes sense. But now I get it. Like I'm excited about it now.
It's exciting. And of course, we let folks know, you guys want to come in and learn that stuff, you better get your butt on the metaverse class in next week's P2G's University. We're going to be doing the second half, and you'll get the goodies and all of that from it as well. And this is what we're talking about, coming up with innovative ways to build. Now, you have land that you're dealing with, that you're also dealing with the farmer and stuff. All of the things that are done digitally can be connected to the visual, the physical. And
yeah, that's what made me think of all that. Whenever I saw you like going on the map and you were actually passing real places. And I think it was, I don't know if it was Sister B. Was it Sister B that said something that was asking the question?
Yeah,
I was like, okay, I get it now. So like I could like, and there's 5 pastures. There's 5 pastures of property out there. So like I'll have a lot of, and then of course the cannabis thing is real big in Oklahoma. I don't think you can go 2 blocks without passing a dispensary in Oklahoma.
Wow.
Like I swear, because all we have is farming land out here. I mean, like all we have, it's just a bunch of
that's gonna be the next big thing. Let's just do it all.
So since my main business, the main thing I do is, like I said originally, it's like holistic healing or enlightenment, life coaching. I also, the business that I plan physically starting later is gonna teach people how to eat. That's also something I do, is eating foods fit to heal. Like it's called Eat and Heal, or Food Your Miracle Medicine. And of course a dispensary or a grow. I probably would rather do a grow than a dispensary, just because I get to interact a little less with a whole bunch of people. So when I'm having social anxiety problems, then that will work. But I could have the dispensaries as like a brother and sister companies, like for an umbrella thing.
And
Yeah.
now, wait a minute. Now it
Absolutely.
sounds like you're gonna be helping employ other people.
Yeah, that's because I have also we have Oklahoma's like the highest incarceration per capita. Like we have the most incarcerated people.
Wow.
Like it's stupid over nothing. Like they try to give you the max on any charges that you get here, and it's really sad. So and once you're a felon, you can't hardly get a job. So that's another reason why I do like technology, even though I'm such an old soul that I don't like it, because we do still need physical connections as humans. However, technology allows us as humans who do make mistakes in order to learn and grow and ascend. Like the
Uh-huh.
technology allows them to be able to have that second chance. Like you may not be able to own a business because of your reputation in your hometown, but you can get on here and you can create a whole income and be able to pass that to your kids and everything.
Exactly. So I'm actually
love it,
looking
love it.
forward to the several. Go ahead, Alvin.
No, I'm just saying, I love what she's saying. She has a great idea. And the fact that she's going to put something together that will probably help the recidivism rate in her area. And I think kudos to you. It's kudos.
Well, you
I'm tired of seeing, we have so many inmates like commit suicide and just different things. Like I just had a close friend of mine's sister. She had just got into it with one of the officers. He was disrespecting her, and there's also been a lot of accusations of non-consensual touching, basically.
Okay.
And
We're
so
not
she
gonna
got into it with him.
deep into that, unfortunately,
And
because we are
well, she had
live.
blunt force trauma,
Right.
but they said it was a suicide. So this will help, maybe help bring
Help
all that
others who are
to
dealing with
to a
it.
stop.
The idea, we look forward to helping you with building this particular program, because we want to make sure that there are options, that there's hope. At the end of prison should be hope, y'all. It shouldn't just be, status quo. That's what
And people
creates
should be able to have the chance to,
exactly.
get out of there, not
Come out, right. So what we're going to do going forward is we're going to be talking to you a little bit more closely about what we can do to push in on what you're up to. Now, my goal is for you to stay connected. And I don't want to go too deep into that, but you know what I mean. Okay. I want to
everyone
say
knows
that,
I'm a runner. It's okay. I'm
no,
working
it's
on it.
okay. And honestly speaking, at some point we all are. Trust me, I've run away from my life several times and it only comes right back around. But the fact of the matter is, as you're beginning to move toward this, I want you to keep clear that you have a network of people to make it happen. When we try to take things on like to ourselves and be, kind of on our own, and I think Miss Chocolate can speak to this because she's doing a phenomenal job of building right now. She's building with people. Let me just get us all back in here. She's building with people. She's finding people for the cause that she's behind, that everybody's contributing. So this is why we came together. This is why P2G came together, so that we can each find our tribes and bring them together and bring them up and get them bigger and then bring them together and do more of this. This is how Black Wall Street was created. Get that.
Chocolate, you have anything to push in? You want to push in?
Would you like Miss Chocolate?
Oh, yeah. No, I was saying, yes, I definitely can. Building networks, you know what I mean, is something that I've been doing for a couple of years. But really moving forward with it and expanding my network as of lately. And you're right, that's how it happens. People of like minds who want to do things like community building come together and they're able to bring something to the table, because we all have something to bring to the table. And I think that's the biggest part of what we're saying in this re-envisioning, is that let's all bring it together into one space and talk about what we could bring to the table and offer for the community that everyone needs.
Okay, that's right. I don't know how else to say it. So I guess it's my turn. Okay. So what am I going to teach tonight? I teach every night, somehow, somewhere, somebody, every day. But normally what I teach is mostly about technology. I love teaching about technology. It's kind of my thing, y'all. And I absolutely love about crypto, how that we are making technology connect with the real world through not just through the metaverse, but even crypto, making these, expanding the mindset. So I'll give a basic lesson. I'm big on math, so pull out a calculator. Don't be afraid of numbers, because that's what this conversation is about to be about. So I'm gonna give you a brief story, and then we're gonna go into some math. And this is the basic math of reality of how life stands right now. This is without crypto, without NFTs, without the blockchain at all. How the world stands financially. We're gonna have a little conversation about reality. You'll understand where we're going after that, trust me. So how I got started. A couple of years back, now it's almost like 5 years back, I decided to change my life. I decided, I'm 48 years old this year, about 42 when it started. I was 42, been an entrepreneur most of my life, since I was about 9 years old. And I've had a few jobs here and there, but nothing that would create longevity or a pension. Kind of like it that way, because I've created my income from day one, almost all on my own, or I should say as my own creation. I've had multiple businesses, and believe me, good God, they're statistical. It's hard work when you're trying to do it alone. And the fact of the matter is that I've seen finances grow and I've seen them disappear. I've had large amounts of funds that I've had and I've watched them disappear. I've seen myself go in and out of debt. I've even avoided credit cards for 7 whole years straight. And what did that do me? I couldn't get a credit card to save my life. I stayed nose clean, out of trouble, 7 years, nothing. And what I was told by the gentleman who I was trying to get the credit card from, who explained to me that I didn't qualify, was that I had been off the grid because I was ready to build credit, do the right thing, save money, and I couldn't get a credit card to save my life. Now, this person, I have no clue what his name is. I just know that he was the guy on the other line, and he was very helpful. He didn't have to do this. He told me, you get any offers in the mail? Do you get any offers for credit cards in the mail? He said, take one. And so I got my first credit card after 7 years. And I learned something by going to credit management training about how to manage my bills and my credit so that I wouldn't keep going back into this tunnel and I could raise my credit score. And so I tried it. I sent all my cash over to my credit card and used my credit card to pay my bills. I did that twice a month. So they got 2 payments a month. These people just love me. Oh my God, did my credit card companies love me. They love me so much that they were multiplying and raising my balances. And boy, while that was happening, my credit was going up. But simultaneously, I started doing something else. Because as I told you, I was about 42 years old and didn't own anything. I didn't have a pension. I didn't have a savings. I didn't know what I was doing with money, to be honest. I was living month to month. And in some cases, week to week. It would have gotten even worse for me if I'd had to be day by day. But I'm grateful. See, I learned what the real economic system was when I began to save money. Every week, I put a little more away. I put a little 5 here, 10 there, 60 there, wherever. I have had more, I put more. If I had less, I put less. Sometimes I threw my change from the day. It could be in 20 or so. And the more I put money away, the more money I seemed to have. Not to spend, but I always had money. The one thing is I didn't put it in my checking account. I learned to put it in my savings account. And so I kept my savings separate, put it inside there, and I started utilizing my checking account by sending the cash over to the credit card, making that a payment system for the credit card. And my credit cards paid my rent and all my other bills. And so credit cards happy, credit scores going up, I'm seeing the bank account is going up little by little on the savings side for a change, and I never go under $100 at the end of any month. Never ever have my count have gone to zero or even over. I could not understand this. I was dumbfounded. Has anybody ever seen this happen so instantly? The minute I started saving money, it seemed like money kept coming at me. And I wasn't saving a significant amount for weeks of that time. I just make sure 5 went in, 5 went in, 6 went in, but I never got off that schedule. Money always went in to the account. Now, about a year went by and I got my credit score and I was just shocked. I had like a 480. Who the heck gets a 480? I didn't even know 480 existed. I was just hoping to get a 800. Not 480, 840. I had 840. I was like, my God, what the heck is an 840? I don't understand 840. I didn't know 840 existed. I thought the goal was to get 800. I was trying to get 800. I said, I'll be lucky if I get 760. I was like, I was going for that, y'all, because I had no credit. 0 to 840 freaked me out. Took me 1 year. Had $1,000 in the bank saved. Okay. I had 840 as a credit score and over $15,000 available credit to work with at any time I needed something. That was more money I was managing than I had in my whole life. And I've been willed $60,000 at one time. Can I tell you what I did with that 60? I have no clue. But I knew I was balling. Just letting you know, back in the day, in my 30s, okay? The fact of the matter is, until I started managing my finances, I hadn't noticed that my finances were managing me. And they weren't doing so great. Another thing came into my place was I started looking at my banking records. So I started looking at the banking records, checking numbers, checking see what's what, because we dealing with a lot of theft, y'all. We dealing with a lot of digital theft. If something come up and you don't recognize it because you know what I'm saying? I'm using the card now. I got to pay attention. And so I noticed that my interest on $1,000 was rewarded with 8 cents after a year. I don't know about anybody here, but who knows what the percentage of 8 cents out of $1,000 is? Because that had me crazy. 8 cents after 1 year was what my bank made. Mind you, we're talking about one of the top banks in this country. These mofos can almost be found in all 50 states. And they're giving me 8 cents for $1,000. So a sister had to find something to do with it. I was like, wait, hold up. This can't be the truth. What's going on? And the form they sent me was a tax form, y'all, to claim it. So this is what the American economy currently looks like. This is what the world economy and the banking system we live in currently looks like. So that was the day I said, there's got to be another way. Oh, good Lord, please let there be another way. So everybody get to that come to Jesus moment. I don't care what your religion is. You're going to come to somebody and go, please let there be something else. Because this is insanity. You play by the rules and this is what you get. Well, the problem is, what's the problem? What was I missing, y'all?
Understanding how money really works.
Thank you. I was getting educated.
I was just going to say that, knowing your true value instead of letting other people's opinions form your thought or your opinion of yourself.
Baby, I'm going to share something with you. They ain't have nothing to do with thought. This had to do with numbers. And the numbers ain't come out right. My numbers was off. I was like 8 cents out of $1,000. I wasn't even talking about, at that time I was angry, but I was angry over numbers. Okay. And Mr. Thomas puts up, in case y'all can't see it, 0.008% is what I got. Y'all remember when the bank was offering that? Crazy, right? 0.008% is what I was getting from the bank
And that's high compared to what most people get.
So
That's considered high.
let's roll it back. Let's roll it back. That was just my bank. That was my bank account, right? So I said, okay, we got to find something. A friend of mine, I guess as soon as the universe hears what you want, they start sending you people. Because my friend goes, hey, Ruby, I found out about, you know about this crypto thing. I was like, yeah, I know a little something. I guess I looked it up, you know, I was checking it out. And it was like, she said, okay, I have this company that's willing to give you 40% after if for a, what was it? 40% in 40 days to hold the funds in 40 days for crypto, literally Bitcoin. I was like, excuse me, it cost $60. I was like, well, it, you know, per package, it was $60. I was like, give me 3 or 4 of those. I got a little something, something. I could wait 40 days. I waited a whole year to get 8 cents. 40% sound good to me. First time I ever got scammed. And it wasn't by my friend, because my friend also was invested. This is what lack of knowledge does. It educates you. So I put about 340 in, 360 possibly, and I lost all of it. But for the first time in my life, I made a decision about my money to do something that mattered. For the first time in my life, I was thinking a different way. I found out where I went wrong. So I did get to learn that, because part of this is a learning journey. A big part of it is the learning journey. And so I figured out how to get my first wallet. And I got some Bitcoin. And I watched immediately that Bitcoin go down. Oh my God, if it was like plummeting. I was like, what happened? I just put $300 in. And why am I at like 250? What's going on? And so crazy me, I said, let me go save my money. Get the money out of there. Put in another coin. I didn't even take it out. I didn't know how to get it out back to cash, but I knew if I get another coin, I would be able to hold on to this thing. And so I traded it for another coin. What didn't I know about Bitcoin at the time?
That it was an asset?
I didn't know how it worked. I didn't know that Bitcoin would go from the, what was it, at $500, okay? $500, and I had a very large chunk of Bitcoin. It was roughly about 3,000 at the time. I had $500 worth of Bitcoin. Probably a year later, we watched Bitcoin go up to that, go back up into the teens, like to 13,000. I switched over to Litecoin, which didn't move. It stayed stable. And I eventually sold it. What I embarked on was an education in cryptocurrency to understand crypto, to really get an understanding for it. And it took me and it freaked me out because it only took me about a day and a half of searching and then reading and then going, oh, that's where I made my mistake. And then I got to learn about other coins. I also learned that, and I got introduced to assets and saving in assets. That was the key. That was the missing in my education. I'd never been trained in asset acquisition or asset meaning. I knew what gold was. My sister taught me that. Pawn shop, baby. When the bills was low, she took her gold, pawned it, paid the bill, brought it back home. I knew that. But did I know you could save in gold? Did I know you could save it or silver? And that it would hold the value of your finances while every bit of it is going down around it? No, I didn't. Did I know that crypto, Bitcoin, would go back up because it has a certain way that it works? No, I didn't. These are processes that I had to learn. And guess what? Somebody had to teach me. So I had to ask. And you know what I found? A willing community, not just one person, total strangers in my own city. Yeah, I'm in New York, y'all.
Cryptocurrency community.
The crypto community is so open and so welcoming. It is scary to some people. sometimes when someone says, hey, you want to make some extra money? I'll show you how. It will pay you in dividends to learn what they're doing and learn why it works or why it doesn't work. In just learning it, because you're going to be fulfilled and there's going to be more brought to you. Believe me, the universe got a lot for you, baby. But the first thing you got to do is show that you have an interest in something like this, that you want more. And it begins to show up. Because who showed up for me was people like Miss Chocolate Gold. Who showed up for me is people like Miss Avis Ridley. Who also showed up for me was Marcus Slate Bay and Larry Bay. Wiggins Bay, rather. Daoud L. Tamisa Mobley. Golden
Dwayne.
Dwayne, yes, Dwayne.
Dwayne's doing really good right now.
Yeah, I'm glad for him. I'll just share. Yeah, and I've been checking on him too, so I know that brother is doing it. He's feeling himself and doing well. And
Him and the princess just went to Disney World.
I know, I get that. So many more people came into my life that taught me what was not given to me already in my current space, because I sought the universe. I sought my creator for something more. The minute I said there's got to be something better, that's all I had to do was open the door. And all of these people were brought into my life over time. It's been a journey of 2.5 years, almost 3 full years. I'm excited. It's a little bit of a, whew. And now we give this knowledge away. We give our expertise to others. Some will some will have private sessions, and that's not a problem, because yes, those services are at a cost, and you should honor your teachers. And some of it we learn as a community. Those are free services that are not forever services. Keep that in mind. And what you learn has such value to not just yourself. What we've been teaching, Mr. Thomas teaches us this, not just, it's so much more than here I go. It's so much more than trading. You know, I used to think it was just trading until I started looking at what they were actually doing. He's teaching you how to move finances at your will through skills. Miss Chocolate actually teaches blockchain fundraising. That's actually one of the many things she teaches. How to communicate, how to actually build as a community so that everyone eats at the table without taking advantage of anyone. Miss Shelby is offering mental health support. And this young lady offers all kinds of support. This is a young lady who has helped this platform be in compliance and stay in compliance with keeping its movement. Oh yes, and of course, Miss Shelby, that's just a notification. We're gonna call on you again, girl. We're gonna put you to work again. Don't worry about it. We got you.
I'm ready.
I know you are. We seen you. She been working. We can never forget Miss Karen Briggs, who happens to be one of the most givingest, amazing people that I know. This is a woman who owns her own business in a different time frame by 3 hours and is in all classes practically at every time, because she's given her word to learn by teaching. These are all people who are pretty much given the same word: learn by teaching and grow forward. So don't miss the opportunity. This thing isn't too big for all of us together. Does that make sense? So that's what I taught. I teach people how to make your crazy system come into one that you can manage.
That she does.
That
I will contest to that. Because I have chaos all the time, and she's helped me be able to transmute it.
That's right. Get back on camera, woman. I gotta get us all back in the room, because I want everybody to see my family. Come on in.
I was stuffing my face.
Oh. As we will all be in a moment. But I just want to say this is P2G, and so many more to come to them. That's going to be here. You'll be able to meet. When you go to p2gnetworks.com, these are some of the people you're going to meet. and they give freely of themselves. Reach out, look for them. I am definitely sending people to Miss Chocolate for tutoring because she's a phenomenal teacher. Phenomenal.
Thank you.
And she calm. She deal with the parents, y'all. Good Lord. Ooh, I remember.
Thank you.
I remember daycare. So I tell you, hats off. I had to close it down. I had to shut it down because it wasn't the kids, it was the parents, and I was just not equipped. But that's what we do. We teach children. We teach seniors. We teach the teachers. The seniors teach the seniors. Let y'all know that the seniors teach the seniors. We ain't got to teach them nothing. They're gonna teach us. Okay. They done got this thing. They're running with it. They're rebuilding pensions and making it work for them. Some people ain't have no pension, and that's what I love. Because if you are in a situation like I was, there was no retirement fund. There was, where am I going to get to retire? Because I would have to work until I died just to keep myself going. But now we're building future funding. We're building on our platforms. This is not just my business that I'm building future funds so that as things start to taper off and people start to pick up and run with bits and pieces of P2G, guess what? I got to go into retirement.
We can get off the 40-40-40 plan.
I'm way off of it. I'm so grateful. I'm way off the 40-40-40 plan because I have control. You now know how to build yourself. No matter, you can build from whatever you make. You can build from whatever you make. He can build from whatever he makes. And that is the power that P2G has given to people.
You can build even if you're not making anything. That's where I started.
You can build with a zero. That's
because I didn't have nothing when I first started. I was, starting over.
And now she's got a house. So think about it.
Right. That I own.
I want to say thank you so much for being with us on the Black Girls Do Cryptos event for Women's Month. We thank everyone. We're inviting, at this time, we are inviting others. I love it. We are inviting others to come in to be on panel. Everybody is getting on next week. Next week, we are going to be building bits and pieces of the blueprint everyone gets to bring. So I want you guys, I'm gonna leave you with the thoughts. One, go to P2G Networks and sign up for next week's conference, which is at Black Girls Do Crypto on the website. Please get on there. If you're having trouble, put it in the, go to contact us and we'll get you in that conference. You'll be in the room with us. Two, I want you thinking about what you would contribute to Black Wall Street if you lived there. How you would be in Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma at that time.
Can I still be a teacher? I'm still going to start a virtual school.
But everybody coming has to bring their current day version of who you will be in the new reboot of Black Wall Street. And that is where I leave you this week. If you would like to reach out to us, we have classes, like I said, our beginners class is free tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. Get on. Your teachers are in the room. There are more to come. We'll see you. You can find out about this crypto thing, the NFT thing, and the metaverse stuff. Get on. We talk about it all. We show you the math and get it popping. Miss Chocolate, thank you so much for being with us.
You're very welcome. Peace and love, everyone.
Peace and love.
Love.
Ms. Shelby, Ms. Gold Empress.
Peace,
Thank
love, and light.
Yes. And Mr. Thomas, Gold Banker in the house. Thank you.
1 gram at a time, all the time.
That's right. And I love you guys. This is Ruby T, the Crypto Queen of Harlem, just saying, come on home. We waiting. We got a seat waiting for you. We'll see you tomorrow in the morning for Breakfast with the Thomases, early at 8 on stereo. And then we go on with the day.